You're hanging out with Ian and Abi playing some Pokémon LeafGreen. What episode are we on?
I think 10.
I thought it was 11. Whatever, we're on an episode. And we are doing stuff and things. And we also have Archie, who decided to roll around in the swamp today and stinketh.
You can see some of the swamp.
His fur.
I'm trying to show you. It's
general.
Oh, he smells.
He has stripes.
Oh,
So he's gonna have a bath, but we have to trick him into the bath, and we have to wait for it to fill up. So he's just hanging out in his stinketh form at the moment.
All right, so be he as it may, let's proceed on. I don't know if we healed. Better check.
Yeah, it's probably smart.
I love how it says we've been playing for 9 hours.
Archie is stuck in our camera cable, just as an FYI.
Okay,
We might have to address something.
It's gonna be dicey. So yeah, we looked pretty healed up.
Good.
So now normally we would have to go to the Safari Zone to get Surf and Strength, but I think we already have both. We're obviously gonna go back.
We'll go to the Safari Zone at some point, though, right?
Oh yeah. We're gonna have to catch all the Pokemons.
We have to catch all the Pokemon.
Although maybe we don't have Strength.
We have to catch all the Pokemons.
Let's chat with... Oh, this person eats his gold teeth. I think we need to go and get...
Yeah, we need Strength to get that Pokeball.
We need... Yeah, and that Pokeball is... Oh, it's Surf.
Well, we still want to get it.
Okay, oops, for some reason...
The controller disconnected?
Controllers does not... Oh, now it's letting me. Okay, well, let's do the Safari Zone.
Yeah.
If it lets me.
Why wouldn't it let you? Hey, Gray.
We're having lots of technical difficulties. Oh, good.
Do you also have a giant dog who looks more like a wolf than a dog? Oh, no.
Oh
no. Archie, stop it.
Well, this is quite a new perspective. So we have the camera
Come here,
set
buddy.
up, but if the corgi walks on it...
Come here, Archie. Come here. You're a menace.
Well,
You're a menace.
I gotta say, the camera's still... Oh, boy. Alright, well, we're in the safari in real life, and... I agree,
I think he knows he's stinking up, and he's sad.
Oh, you're gonna give him kisses. Thank you.
Dog tax, everybody.
Thank you. It does look like, from looks like on the camera, that I'm being mauled by a bear.
He's just giving kisses.
Oh, God, they were playing outside today, and they just reek.
Gray would noted for the record, he does not stink. He is just associated with someone who stinketh.
Okay, so this patch of grass up here, I remember in the last game. Okay, well, this is a very dynamic.
Chaos.
Well, look, we don't have one of these.
I need her.
Let us see what we can see. In the last playthrough, we learned that you just throw balls. Do not throw bait. Do not throw shade.
Yeah, there were some people who had these really dynamic catch rituals that were 60 steps long and sounded more like the sequence you use in DVR. You know, like left, right, up, down, side, you know?
Yeah, that's well said. I don't know.
There's a Pokeball!
Where?
Who's that Pokeball?
It's Pokemon. Alright, Safari is infested only with Nidorans, and I hit catch for some reason.
Oh, I mean, why not?
Why not?
We got 28 balls. I doubt we're gonna... Oh, maybe we are. You're welcome to run away if you want to.
Watching carefully. That is the rule. I am allowed to flee.
There's so many Pokeballs!
Ah, we must get them.
She said aggressively.
Paras. I wonder what that's a play on.
Parasite.
Yes, that makes sense.
I think they were going for those mushrooms or fungi that grow in certain, I think, bugs and mind control them. National Geographic did a whole article about it. It was very good.
Unless that's supposed to be like a flea. I thought it was a crab, but maybe it's supposed to be like a tick or something.
We were doing a Google for I kind of enough to know.
Boy. This is really, But good on you, Abby, for figuring that out.
A parasitic fungi.
We might use all our balls just on this.
It resembles a cicada nymph.
Ah, yes. Which reminded me also of the beautiful cicada nymph. Got it.
Yay!
It also never once tried to run away. I think it was had just given up.
I think it wanted to be our friend.
Yeah.
I think that was, that was the goal.
All right. Let's see if we can.
So we've taken the controllers off the Switch. So the Switch can be docked so we can see what's going on in the screen. And Ian has them in one of those Joy-Con holders. And he keeps disconnecting his left Joy-Con.
That's okay. We only need one Joy-Con to get the Leaf Stone. Leaf Stone of Destiny.
Do we though?
No, we need all of them. But the good news is because we have Surf and we've defeated Koga, the leader of the Ninja Gym.
Man, he's cool. I love that his scarf has its own breeze to keep it floating.
He's cool, and I think we're supposed to go up there. I also think that Koga is a recurring character.
How so?
In other games.
Oh.
I think he's a gym leader in other places.
Oh.
Parasect. Nice. So, Abby, Parasect is a cicada mushroom thing.
Apparently. I thought it was a crab.
What do you think the weirdest looking Pokemon in Gen 1 is? In terms of like the... How are we going to get that Pokeball?
Where's that Pokeball?
Oh, I can't use... Something's going on with the controller.
Hey, we don't have the Doduo though, so I'm not even mad.
It was Destiny. So what do you think? What do you reckon? What is the... Either the illest conceived or just the craziest... and don't say Dragonite. We know your feelings on Dragonite. It's most poorly conceived Pokemon in Gen 1.
In case you didn't witness my multi-episode rant in Fire Red, in summary, I'm mad that Dragonair turns into Dragonite. That's what we'll say.
Probably leave it at that.
I mean, Muck and Grimer are literally just piles of sentient sludge. That's kind of a weird one. I never really thought much about it as a kid, but as an adult, it's kind of like Pokemon are meant to be animals, and I've criticized in Fire Red the different sentient, non-sentient objects that became sentient. Like Klefki, I'm mad at Klefki. They didn't even try. That looks like a child's toy. They just put a face on, and they're like, now it's a Pokemon! So I feel that Pokemon should be kind of animalistic in nature, and Grimer and Muck are really just toxic waste. And I think that's the weirdest one. I'm not mad at it, it's just, it doesn't fit with the rest of them, you know?
That is a really good answer.
What about you?
Well, that's the thing. I hadn't really thought about it.
He does this sometimes, where he'll ask me a question, and I think he has the answer, but he just wants to know what I would say and then steal my answer, or be like, I agree.
I guess, no, I remember. Aha.
Aha. That was good. That was very well done.
I would say, I like your answer. I would say probably the laziest. Doesn't want me to run. That's okay. Oh, it does. I would say Voltorb and Electrode don't do much for me in terms of being like, ooh, what a cool, well-designed concept that is.
I think it's funny, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, I take your point. Hear me out.
I'm listening.
So you find Pokeballs in the wild, right? That's a concept?
You do.
How funny is it that they're mimics? Like in Dungeons and Dragons. The Voltorb is a mimic. So sometimes you go to pick up a rare item or something in the wild and it fights you. I think that's so funny.
Okay.
I mean, I take your point. I just have a different point.
I changed my answer. This thing. Execute. What is happening?
Yeah.
It is just several broken eggs. I conclude this is lazy and weird.
Okay.
I totally forgotten about that one, but do you agree that is a pretty creepy and weird and...
Yeah, and it turns into a palm tree. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a teacher. I am not a professor of biology. However, I don't think I am out of line to say there is no egg you can crack to grow a coconut tree. Or in newer generations, some kind of stegosaurus that is also made of a coconut tree.
Oh, we've never seen one of these before. I bet the catch rate is super low. Yeah.
Keep trying. You can do it.
We can do it. I don't think I've ever seen
This might be genlocked to LeafGreen. Some of the Safari Zone animals are genlocked.
Tauros is pretty strong.
Yeah.
And looks really cool.
He does. He looks like he ran into a boulder and some of it's still in his skull.
Yikes.
Oh.
Right on. Also, I think, relatively rare, I want to say. Let's see if we can grab him. Yeah, I mean, okay, but let's not... No one likes people who criticize and don't offer solutions. So let's think, what could... I get what they want. They want it to evolve into a scenting coconut tree. So what could it have been instead?
A coconut! I mean, it's not... It still falls under my criticism of this is technically not an animal. But at the same time, if they really wanted to double down on it, because heavens knows they've made a lot of objects into Pokemon. Rotom anybody? It could be a vacuum cleaner. No one wants to play with a vacuum cleaner. You can't make cleaning fun. I'm sorry.
It's true.
We have to do it. We can listen to audiobooks to make it less painful. But it's not a joyful activity for me. Maybe Marie Kondo. Maybe she loves it. And maybe you do, and that is beautiful for you, and I'm so happy for you. But for me, it is not. But why not a coconut or a little plant, like a leafling, you know, a sprout?
Yeah, it could have been... Let's think here.
Also, what is the weird blob that we... What Pokemon is that meant to be? Kyogre?
It looks a lot like a whale lord. Oh, why do I keep catching these?
I'm not even mad.
Neurons.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not mad.
They're watching carefully. Okay, well, I think that pretty well sums it up. Now, in terms of what is this place? Oh, there's a way out. It's like, this is a weird prison.
We live here now. Well, I think the first area is the one that had Scyther, but I don't know if that is true for this game. Oh! Man, you're finding Pokeballs all over the place.
I went off the beaten path. Oh, I think that is the
Oh,
place.
Pokeball!
Where?
Pokeball!
Oh my goodness. It's Max's potion. Max potion. We have to get it back to him.
It might be worth... Okay.
Worth catching another one?
Yeah.
Just for fun?
Yeah, we could send it to Fire Red.
Ah, very true. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, we're not. Well, what about you? You look very suspicious.
He looks like a shopkeeper.
Yeah, but we don't have time for you.
If you cross the water, there's a Pokeball.
Wow. Let's go get it. Maybe it's the false teeth. I think we're looking for the false teeth of the warden.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that quest.
Mm-hmm. I think it's in here. Although I said that in the last building. But
This seems super right.
Finally, the first person ever.
Are you lonely, sir?
Although I made a campaign for a grand opening, I was getting worried no one would win there. He's been standing there this whole time?
Oh, that's so sad.
He must be so happy to get back to his family. Can use it over and over again.
Where's the teeth?
Wait, where are the teeth? We already have Surth. Surth? Huh.
But we need strength to be... Or does he give us strength when we give him the teeth?
No, we need to find... I assume it's just over here somewhere. It's probably really close. Like, maybe this is it? Yeah.
Ah, okay. I was going to Google it.
Okay. No need.
No need.
We can use the rest of our steps to check around here. I think this is maybe where the Tauros was.
Ah.
Maybe. Many of these patches look
Identical?
patchy. Okay. Coolest or best designed Pokemon concept.
In first gen?
Yeah.
Articuno.
Yeah.
You sounded depressed, like we don't love Articuno.
Well, I'm trying to think. Let's see if I were to make criteria for it.
Oh no.
You see, most Pokemon are based on pre-existing animals in the what we call the real world. Like I say that, like
it's not the common world.
Yeah, maybe there is a non-real world, what we refer to as reality. So, I think it's impressive when Pokemon can come up with a design that's not tightly based on a true creature, but still evokes a bit of majesty or like. So I guess, what am I thinking of?
I truly don't know.
Like, I don't know either.
I mean,
like Charizard. I mean, I guess it's based on a dragon, which is kind of almost a real creature in the sense that there's so many pictures of it. And I bet you a kid has a better chance of drawing a dragon than it has of like a bush baby or like a, what do you call them, a quokka?
yeah,
Right.
the quokka. It's the world's happiest animal.
So, or like in the new generation, my boy, Cerulege, he has swords instead of hands.
I mean, that's a very, very cool concept. I will say in more recent generations, I have been more angry at some of the designs because they've just become kind of silly. But Cerulege and what's the other one called?
Flame face.
Right, Flame Face. I think both things Charcadet can turn into are very cool. I like them both. It kind of reminds me of a rogue knight you would play in D&D.
Wow. He's a rare.
I'm not mad.
Chancy.
I'm Chansey!
It doesn't evolve into anything, I don't think, eh?
Not in this generation. I think it has a pre-evolution in future generations, and I don't know if it evolves into a Blissey in the future or if that's a separate Pokémon.
Oh my goodness, I think you're bang on both points. It was so impressive, it popped out to acknowledge you before it ran away.
I wish it would know, but that's okay.
That's okay. All right, let's get going here.
Yeah, let's find some Pokemons.
I was trying to end the safari run.
Why? Just run in the grass, man.
Yeah.
We lose 100% of the shots we don't take, or something.
That's true. We found pretty rare Pokemon. Sorry, I'm like peering
Around the camera.
around there. There we go. So let me think. What else is old? If you have a noteworthy answer, throw it in the comments because we're always curious. Because obviously Abby and I give no forethought to this.
No, we just come and we want to play Pokemon and we want to talk to you. So we just say stuff. And sometimes we may sound unhinged, which is part of the course. And sometimes we may be funny, at least we think so. And sometimes we might actually have an insightful answer, but that is rare. And we appreciate it when we do. Maybe we should pick a different patch of grass. I don't think this one likes you.
Well, I had the Chansey.
That's true.
So
I like to think Chansey rented this patch.
yeah, that would be pretty fun. So, I threw some bait. The controller is not loving me today, which is I don't understand why.
Probably could have arranged it.
So, Abby, how do you compare Temtem to Pokemon?
I don't know if we've ever talked about Temtem. Temtem is one of those official, unofficial Pokemon ripoffs, I will say, in the best, most loving way, because a lot of games like what was the one with Cassette Beasts? Cassette Beasts. There's a few Pokemon spin-offs that people have independently made to sort of improve upon the Pokemon experience that we have played many of, especially when it's a co-op RPG or MMORPG. And Temtem, I have to say, is a triumph. And I wish they'd expand in the world and in the quests and whatnot. But it's essentially an MMORPG, right?
Is it though?
Well, we played with other humans, right? There were other humans in the game.
I
You
just
could
don't.
see other people.
Did we do co-op battle? Oh, we think we did
Yeah.
multiplayer battles.
We did. We got to play together. We did the whole thing together, which was fun. And there were two kinds of essentially shiny Pokemon. They're not Pokemon, they're Temtems. But they made all these different creatures. They were all individual, independent art, which was cool. I will let you talk to this gentleman.
Thank you, Lassie. You're a real lifesaver.
I think he's Scottish.
No one could understand what me said. I was too ashamed to show my face at the office even. Let me give you something for your trouble. I have the same inflection on every sentence. Thank you. Thank you, Scottish man.
That wasn't your best accent.
So, yeah, it's bad. Wait, what did he give us? He gave us strength.
I hope
right?
so.
Yeah.
Or else we are never getting this Pokeball.
No, indeed. All right, let's...
It's not in this section.
No, it is not. TM.
Yeah. Yay!
Strength. Use.
Yay!
Now, the question is who to give to. I think we're giving it to... So what does he... Okay, he's almost never going to use water gun.
That's sad, but true.
But I think we learn waterfall in this game.
Mm-hmm.
No, Blastoise doesn't want to learn it.
Okay. Well, we have other Pokemon.
Yes. I'm just trying to think who will learn it. Okay, what can Charizard forego?
These are the questions.
Oh, he already knows Rock Smash and Cut. I don't want to deprive him of everything.
Okay, pick a different guy. What about Aerodactyl?
He's pretty well full. Okay, it's gonna be Blastoise. Those 4 moves, because I guess his main ones are gonna be Ice Beam and Surf. So he can dispense with Water Gun, and eventually he will dispense with
Bite.
Bite. Yeah, Bite.
That's so sad.
It's good, but it's not that good.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it is really good. Actually, it is really good. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. Hopefully someone else can learn Waterfall. Or maybe you don't even learn Waterfall in this game.
I don't actually remember. I know it's a move, but I don't remember which gen it was introduced in.
So, if anybody's played Temtem in the comments, let us know if you'd like to see us play through. I don't know if it's on the Switch. I feel like it was on the computer.
I feel like we have to really strategically decide how to set up the camera on both of our computers. And I guess we'd screen capture just one of them. But it was cool because they had Lumas and Umbras, I think. And there were sort of 2 kinds of shiny Pokemon. One was kind of a light style shiny Pokemon, and one was a shadow style. So there were 3 versions of every Temtem you could catch. It was very cool. It was a pretty expansive world. There were lots of quests and things to do.
Yeah.
I think I have the map still memorized of that first area with all of those little islands because we went around it so many times.
It's funny, you know, when it came out, Abby and I played it a lot.
A lot.
I remember it came out, or not, maybe it didn't come out, but we discovered it in like over the Christmas break, so neither of us were working too much.
Yeah, this was what, 2-3 years ago?
And we really dived into it for like quite a few hours.
Mm-hmm.
And at even one point, my background on my it was on computer because the background of my desktop was the Temtem type matchups because they were so counterintuitive and weird.
There were so many of them, and they weren't like light and dark. It was like, I don't even know what.
One was like mineral,
and
it was strong against electric, and like oregano or whatever.
Oregano.
What typing was.
Like there was nature, just nature, whatever that means, which is different from Earth. And there's neutral, electric, metal, digital, melee, crystal, and toxic were some of them. So he literally had all the type matchups in which were strong against the others as his desktop background.
Just because, and Horsey's a water type maybe. Let's just find out.
And then
I can't remember if it's a water and poison or just water. It is just water.
Yeah.
Hidden Power Grass. Way to go, Jolteon.
Yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon-esque type games, which I appreciate because Pokemon has sort of done a disservice to its fan base. Because it's been, 30 years? Yeah.
Pretty close.
And they just refuse to make a truly companion-style game. You know? Like, you can't truly go through the entire game in every element with the other person. You can't do every battle together. You can't do every gym together. You can't share or both gain in loot and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I know in Violet and Scarlet, they let you go to the other person's world, but it was very limited how you could interact with that world, and it was very limited. You couldn't go through all the quests together. It's not like you could go and then try to catch the legendary together and you both get it. You wouldn't even be able to see the legendary in your friend's game. And I just feel like it's a disservice to the fans.
I will say, I think in Violet and Scarlet and Sword and Shield, you could join a raid together and then both collect the...
Yes, but we did criticize those raids. They're basically either so easy you don't need anybody, or they were so hard. They had this Mewtwo. Do you remember that Mewtwo? We talked about this before.
Yeah.
There was basically a Mewtwo, and a Charizard ring.
It was a Charizard, I think. And Pokemon Violet or Scarlet.
Yeah, and we spent 3 days just like trying to catch this thing. We spent a couple solid hours,
Yeah. It was an event, so I think it was up for a few...
Like a long weekend or something.
Yeah.
And we could not. We tried every perfect strategy, every perfect Pokemon pairing, maxing out everything. And we realized that for whatever reason, unless we were doing something terribly wrong and we weren't able to read, which I don't think was the case, you really need 4 humans because the 2 computer AI people did not help. And unfortunately, that made it impossible to win. Which was disheartening because if you allow someone to at least do a raid with their friend and you finally introduce that mechanic, at least make it so you can be successful. Scale the difficulties so it is more possible. Because with the amount of times we attempted those raids and the fact we didn't succeed, we weren't even close to succeeding, not even one time. It was very disheartening. You know?
Yeah, so we've said this a lot, but it is interesting that the essence of Pokemon is doing it with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
That was sort of what made it super popular, was the trading card game, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, none of the video games, and video games are famous for being
co-op,
multiplayer. Like, and even at the time, I don't think it was that unheard of. Like, couldn't in Mario Kart, you were playing with your friends?
I was, I think, 5 playing Mario Kart with my friends. Like, it's such an old mechanic in video games to be able to play with other people. PvP is classic, you know?
Yeah. And to give credit where credit's due, in this game you can go to a Pokemon Center, you can
trade,
you can also battle in the rooms if the person is there, but you're not having an adventure together.
I think my biggest problem is that I am less so into the battle mechanics and more so into the story and collection aspect of Pokemon. Mm. Those are the things I am more interested in. I get excited completing my Pokedex, I get excited getting all the gym badges and exploring and getting all the items and collecting all the legendaries. And there is no game that's Pokemon in existence that I know of which allows you to do those things with your friend in entirety. You just can't. And I feel like doing battles independently of the game where you don't really, because you can't even level up your Pokemon doing it.
True.
So it's sort of, it doesn't even benefit you. So it's a battle for a battle's sake, and I have no interest in that. So anyway, that is my criticism. I'm just like, bleh.
She's like, bleh. I mean, look, we're doing another playthrough on our channel called Sunderfolk. Now, sometimes it grinds Abby's gears because we're playing on the hardest setting, and the hardest setting, to credit the game,
is so hard.
It lives up to its name. It's like when you have hot sauce that says spicy, and it's not that spicy, and then sometimes it's really spicy, right? And you don't like how really spicy it is, but you're like, well, you warned me. You know what I mean? So basically, what I'm saying is, in Sunderfolk, when we play through it, when you see us play through it, all the decision making and the exploration and the problem solving, because really what people like about games is the problem solving. It's really kind of like a story you're writing for your character in the universe of the video game, and the fun is the dots that you connect. You know how Abby, like the constellations in the sky, like Orion, you know,
the archer,
the great hunter, or whatever. It depends where you live in the world. Like
he's over there, and then the big and little dipper over there.
Oh, this is a double battle.
You can't see outside. I'm just pointing, but the constellation, he said the big or little dipper. It's over our chicken coop. It's pretty funny. The chickens don't understand. The sky is so clear up here because there's not really light pollution, and there's not a lot of regular pollution either because it's mostly trees and wilderness. We live sort of in the Rockies. Which mountain range are we in?
We're in the Canadian Shield.
The Canadian Shield, not the Rockies. That was geographically incorrect.
It's wishful thinking. It's quite nice in the British Columbia.
Yeah, I was thinking, as I said it, I was like, that's not right. Where are we? What are mountains? But we're in the Canadian Shield with like old school freshwater lakes everywhere and beautiful trees that are tall in apartment buildings and lots of random creatures peering at you in the dark, but they don't want to hurt you. They just want to peer. And Owlcules, our owl friend, likes to hang around. I'm a huge fan.
Wait, where am I going?
I truly don't know.
Oh, Meowth as an item.
Aw, Meowth. Be cool if he got water-specific items in the water. Nope, he found a berry in the lake. Good for him.
All right, well, maybe this... What I was saying, though, yes, we're there, and just to round off my thought, we'll pick up Abby's thought about...
Just that the constellations are extremely visible to the naked eye without any issue in a way that is awe-inspiring, and the chickens don't appreciate it.
Those darn chickens. Is there a chicken Pokemon?
Yeah, the fire starter, Blaziken.
Oh, of course. Well...
Torchic.
Yeah, chick. Or chick.
Torchic.
So what I was going to say, though, is I think whoever made the constellations was like, this, to me, if you connect them this way, it looks like a bow or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you had asked some other guy, they would have been like, no, it's a turtle. Like, clearly, this is a turtle.
It's like a cloud watching experience.
Yes, that's a good example. So a video game, to me, is like a really tricky connect the dots puzzle where there's like many right answers. Anyway, we'll talk about this later. Why don't we end here? I've actually gone the wrong way. I'm going to Seafoam Islands, which you can do, but I'll fight these 4 people because we see them on the map.
Which we can do.
Which we must do, according to Abby's law. Then we will fly to Pallet Town and head south to Cinnabar.
All right, thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you guys had a great day.